John Rabel. I own Launch, which is a legal and advisory firm for small and mid-sized businesses. And today I thought I'd talk a little bit about personnel files and best practices around keeping personnel files for employees. So it's really important that you keep all of the important documentation you have around your employees in one central location where it's easy to access. It's smart to be able to pull out relevant information when you need it. You can keep track of disciplinary procedures, proceedings, whatever the case may be, absentees, all the important information that was given to you by the employee when they started working for you, everything in one good place. So the reason that it's important to do that is you want to be able to protect the business against potential risks should a lawsuit come up. So your worst case scenario with a personnel file is that it becomes evidence in a lawsuit brought by an employee. So a good rule of thumb to think about with personnel files is you don't want to put any information in there that you would not want a jury to see. So it's sort of a two-way street. There's information you want to make sure that you have in there because it could be relevant in a potential dispute or lawsuit. The other side of it is there's information you want to make sure you keep out of a personnel file in order to protect the business. So a couple things you want to keep in the personnel file, for example, a resume, any sort of disciplinary hearing, procedure, problem, issue you might have had with the employee, document that carefully, put it in the file. And secondly, make sure that any complaints, issues, HR concerns that have come up around the employee are in the file and carefully documented. A couple things you want to make sure you probably don't keep in a personnel file. Any background check, drug screen information is probably too sensitive. You'd want to keep that somewhere else. I-9 forms, any information about sort of the private life of an employee, political affiliations, things like that. You wouldn't want to put that into a personnel file. And you'd want to keep any medical records out of a personnel file as well. Those can be stored somewhere else. So I think it's important that businesses take a moment, figure out what their policies and procedures are around personnel files. That way they can use them effectively to both protect the business and then make sure that employees are managed more effectively. If you've got any more questions about sort of how to set up a process or what you can do with personnel files to limit some potential risk, feel free to contact me. I think the easiest way is probably by phone, 804-442-6090.
Make sure you subscribe, like, and add your question to the comments. We look forward to helping you on your entrepreneurship journey to build a feasible, sustainable, and profitable business. So subscribe, and we will see you once again next week.